The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18-plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi. Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Margot Catsimatidis, she's gorgeous, she's skinny, she's blonde, she's everywhere. I would like to know how Margot Catsimatidis grew up. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? Where did you go to school?
I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana. I went to Sacred Heart School. After I graduated, I had a 4-year scholarship to college, and I graduated at 16 years old. And I told my parents, if I don't leave now, I'll never get out of Indiana. So I left with $100 in my pocket. And when I got to New York, I felt like I came home.
What did you do with the $100?
I had to eat. I stayed with friends. The second day I was here, I got the lead in an off-Broadway show. The second day I was here. And so one day I was shopping in the store. He just opened up, and the bagger at the checkout said to me, "The owner doesn't have a secretary. Do you want to apply?" And I was recovering from a surgery, and I needed to get a job. And before I left Indiana, my father told me I better learn a skill just in case something happens. Well, I could type 90 words a minute. So I went for the interview, I got the job, and I told John he was the most disorganized person I'd ever met. I started cleaning his office up. He was the first person to program computers for accounts payable, receivables, all that. And there I was. So
How much did you earn? How much did you earn?
Oh, you really don't want to know that.
I want to know. Since I now work for him, I want to know. How much?
Well, $47 a week.
What did you blow it on?
They put me in for a raise, and I'm still teasing the guy that gave me a 25-cent raise. And I was working 90 hours a week, and they paid me for 40. But I learned everything. There were 3 of us doing everything to run the company, to make it grow. I mean, it was always an awesome experience. I learned more there than I could have in college about business. So, and then I decided I wanted to dance again, and I went to Switzerland. I auditioned for a ballet company. I got the job, and I said thank you, but no thank you, because I knew my knee wouldn't hold out. So I came back, and I never left. So,
where did you get the money to go to Switzerland for $30 a week?
Saved my money. I saved it.
How much can you save to go to Switzerland? I'd like to know.
Well, back then you could get, low fares. So, and my sister helped me a little bit.
But I know you well. You are gorgeous and you are very curvaceous. How curvaceous can you be and still hustle around in ballet?
Well, I used to use ace bandages to make my boobs flat. As I could. Yep.
Okay. So then when you came back from Switzerland, obviously you had to come back. So tell me about meeting him and dating him and getting married and all the rest of that.
No, we didn't actually date for 3 years. He took me out for a piece of cheesecake.
Oh, geez.
So...
The man's a spender. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah. Okay, so after the cheesecake, I don't want to do anything personal, but what happened after the cheesecake?
No, we were just, I worked all the time. Basically, it was about growing the company and just... He always had the sixth sense about things, and I knew God put him here for a reason. He was, and he still is, the most amazing guy I know. He can figure out a problem that nobody else can figure out. He still amazes me to this day, and it's 54 years later.
Okay.
So,
your body is curvaceous. It's not what you would think should be for a ballerina. How did you overcome that?
No, I was pretty skinny back then.
You
I
mean
was
you
skinny.
you grew boobs since I met you? Is that what you're saying?
After 2 babies, they kind of get bigger. So
Okay, what should happen to me? Okay, so what was dancing like growing up, and do you still dance in any capacity?
No, I don't, because I have bad knees, bad back. So back in Indiana, when I was 11 and a half years old, I was the youngest person to be asked to dance with the famous Bolshoi Ballet the first time they came to America. So that was my first professional job. I got paid $10. And it was a great experience. It was a great experience. It really was. But I knew that I didn't belong in Indiana. I just never felt right there. And my sister was also a ballerina. So, I knew it was time for me to leave because they have a big auditorium there called Coos Hall. And if I had just walked out on stage, I would get a standing ovation. I could jump higher. I was a great performer. I got the audience to cry. I got them to laugh. I emoted. It was my thing. I just loved it. I loved it.
Okay, while you're emoting and dancing and leaping, somewhere along the line you were busy with Catsimatidis. Could you get to that? I don't care what you tell me. I'm flexible. Just tell me.
Flexible. Well,
just tell me.
Let's kind of go into. You and I have been involved in so many charities over the last 40 years. I was involved with Alzheimer's, not so much anymore since Princess Yasmin Aga Khan hasn't been around too much. I was on the board of the Parkinson's Foundation for many years. I'm very much involved with PAL to this day. I do a lot for them. We did others, cancer, diabetes, kidney. I mean, we did a lot. And John and I worked together. I did the work, and he wrote the checks. So
No, I got it. Okay.
Yeah. So that took up a lot of my time going to meetings and doing all that, and still helping at the company.
Okay, while we understand how fabulous you were and how kindly, get married. Where'd you get married, and how did he propose, and what did he give you, a ring or something?
Yeah, it was 15 years of dating, and there was an event at the Pierre Hotel for one of the charities, and I told the guys, I'm still to this day very shy about speaking. I can dance, I can emote, but I don't like to speak. Even this interview for me today is difficult because I don't like to talk about myself. But anyway, back to the Pierre Hotel. So John's on stage because he was chairman, and they asked me to come up on stage. And I'm walking so slowly, I'm scared to death. I told the guy, why did you do this? Why did you? So he says, Margo, I've been having this in my pocket for the last 2 weeks. And he pulls out a ring, and he starts to hand it to me, and I go, well. He goes, well, what? I said, well, will you marry me? There are about 400 people there. So, yeah. That's where he proposed.
How big was the stone? Let's get to. How big was the stone?
4 carats.
Then you shouldn't have married him. Okay.
No,
okay.
but
4 carats.
And then we got married at the Pierre Hotel.
Yeah. Okay.
And we got married in the Greek Orthodox Church. I grew up Catholic because I was in a Catholic neighborhood. My mother was Russian Orthodox, so I grew up with 2 religions. So they're basically the same as long as you believe in God, you know?
So you are addicted now to New York City, are you not?
Yes. Am I addicted? Yes, I love New York City. I love New York City. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
What would what would you help change? He can't be governor or mayor because it would be too difficult for his business. Is that not correct?
Well, it's a tough job. If he wanted, he could probably run for governor at this point. I'm not sure that I want him to run for mayor, but we'll see. Well, you know, he's 77 years old now, so let's see what happens. He's so busy. He loves the radio station so much. That's his baby right now. He loves it.
I'll get to that in a minute. I want to tell you that you mentioned the governor who's on her way over here now. She won't bump into you, but she's coming over to wish me happy birthday and stuff. So what would you change about New York City to make it better for everyone? What would you do if you were mayoress, Mrs. Mayor?
Well, all the stealing and everything going on, I would look into all of that and make sure the money gets to the right people for the right programs. I would get the homeless off the streets and places for them to stay. I would get the people who need medication as schizophrenics and all that, open up the hospitals and put them back in, because they used to be all in there. And then they all got released and they put them on the streets in New York. And that's when all this trouble started. These crazy people hitting people with hammers and all that. It's a very scary. Quality of life is the main thing. I'd work on the quality of life and the respect of the police. That's a given. It has to be that way. And right now, we're going through tough times.
Margo, you have been everywhere. We see you at every event. We know that you do as much as you're saying at the moment, but have you ever made a mistake? Have you ever effed up anything?
That's a question. I'd have to really think about that. I mean, maybe I would say I could have done better at certain things. Not that I actually made a bad, egregious mistake, but that I could have done better. Because every day I try to make myself better and to make a difference in people's lives wherever I can help. So you do all that. Yeah.
But tell me about ways to survive for us. Tell me about the radio station, which has been an enormous piece in New York. Tell us about how that came about.
Well, John was offered the radio station for $12.5 million. It was flailing and failing. They were ready to close shop, and the call letters, WABC, was always so famous and had the biggest stars on it. And John is always buying companies that are broken, and he fixes them. A lot of people buy companies broken, and they sell them, but he doesn't. He fixes companies. He has this gift that he does. So in the first 5 years, he's taken it from number 28 to number 1 in the country, and highly respected. And he's given people second chances that nobody would give a job to. So loyalty is everything, He believes in loyalty. So now.
What about you? This is sort of a dumb question, but I know you and I love you, so I can ask you. Can you have a real friend in politics? Can you do that?
In politics? I try not to get involved in his political things. I really do. I'm more. I've gotten very busy with WABC. I put on their events, and because we have the big Studio 77, so I'm always putting on big events there. So, and I go from 2 floors, the 2nd floor and the 5th floor. Whoever needs me, I go help them, whatever they need. I have not sat at my desk probably for a year. I'm walking around all the time trying to fix things. So people ask me what I do, and it's hard to tell people what I do. I kind of do little this, little that, and it takes time to make things work. So.
Well, I know it does. What do you do for yourself, sweetie?
Not much, actually.
No, I know that. I actually know that. What do you do? I don't see you do anything for yourself except every 3 weeks get your hair done. Other than that, what else?
That's true. I get my hair done. And my nails and my feet, and I'm very happy.
Well, I think
I take care of John. I got to take care of him, and he takes care of me. We take care of each other. So.
Did you ever screw up anything?
Well, in regard to what?
Well, I didn't mean him. I mean something in work, or something that you were organizing, or somebody that you introduced, or somebody who was a friend who didn't end up being a friend. I mean, everything seems so easy for you.
in life we have that. You have the backstabbers, and as long as you know they're the backstabbers, you're very careful. So, but I don't have a lot of those. I don't have a lot of those.
Go me back to WABC. I understand how he bought it, but neither of you were expert in radio. Where did you start? What's day one? How did you make this?
Well, he was doing a radio show at another station, and so he started doing his show, and Chad Lopez, who's great, he started guiding and directing and teaching both of us a lot about the radio business that we had no clue about. And John's first thing that he did, because WABC used to have all infomercials on the weekend, and that was like $2.8 million. And he said, get rid of it. I'm putting live programming on. We're not having any of this stuff. So they got rid of it. They couldn't believe that he would just throw away $2.8 million. He said, nope, WABC has to have live people doing live programming, live music, live everything. So it started there, and slowly we, started getting rid of certain people and bringing in other people. And Chad was a great director of that too, with John, and we all worked together as a team.
So what have you? I mean, I know the answer, but the audience doesn't. What did you specifically do with your fingers into WABC? Because I've been in the halls, I've been in the studios, I've been there. What did you specifically do when you didn't know what to do in the beginning?
Well, because I was a performer, I was all about the equipment, that we had to have the best equipment. You can't have shoddy equipment, and especially in the big studio where the performers are and all that, and added cameras and new type of mics, so you didn't have to wear those fuzzy things and all that. Make everything look professional. Got professional furniture, doing all that. And when it comes to the events, I have to, whatever the client wants. If he wants black, I give him black. If he wants white, I give them white. And I redecorate the whole room to go by what they like. So that's one of the first things I did. And everything else, I don't know. I just walk by every single office and talk to everybody and see what they need, see if there's a problem, that's what I do. And then I report back. So
it's a fabulous operation. Since I know you didn't know it, it's really fabulous. Did you ever F up anything? Pardon the expression.
At the studio? I don't think so.
No place? You never screwed up anything in your life?
Well, no, I'm sure I screwed up, but not that it made a difference in anybody else's life. Like, if I wasn't satisfied with what I did, I would get angry at myself, and then I would learn to do it better the next time.
Okay, and where do you get your fabulous dresses? I mean, with your behind is so great, and your boobs are even better. Where do you get all those schmatas?
I only order on the internet. I haven't stepped foot in the store for years. And I have them altered, and if I like them, I keep them. If I don't, I send them back. I don't have time. Are you kidding me? Go out and shop for 3 or 4 hours? Not happening.
No, I understand that, but every time I see you, it's in something new, something brand new, and it looks terrific. And where do you get somebody to fashion it, to make it thinner or longer or fatter? You have a dressmaker?
No, actually, I have our cleaners, and they have a seamstress there, and she does it exactly too. My housekeeper pins it for me, and we send it off to get done. So,
okay,
nothing.
It's
I
getting
used
near.
To get them all. I used to get 15 gowns a time every year, but I have not done that for a while. So
15 gowns. What did you do with them?
No, well, I gave them to my daughter.
How about a friend who doesn't live far from you, like whose name I won't even mention? How about something like that? First of all, I have to tell you, I just want to tell you, I know you're going to throw me off and it's your station. I have to tell you, people should know that you are a very special lady. You are always there for your husband, always travel with him. You always wake him. You always make sure he's okay. You always make sure he gets the food he wants. You are very special. You are very superb. You have been my friend, and you have been my friend for 50 years. And
You're
this
so
is not
kind.
the time for me to ask for a raise, so I won't do that.
Don't ask me.
I just want to say thank you for coming on, and I do love you, Margo. You're my friend.
But I love you too. Thank you very much, Cindy.
Thanks, honey.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.